Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine for Virtual Roadshows and Insider Travel Report. This one is what makes these destinations family friendly. We have with us Fernanda Rosas, the account director for Baja California. Wave, please, say hi. And we have Francisco Blanch, who's the director leisure sales for Discover Puerto Rico.
Hello.
And we have Melanie Schinkel, the Aussie Specialist program manager for the Americas.
G'day, everyone.
So now let's just briefly describe your destination in general, not about families yet. That'll be the next question. And we were starting with Fernanda.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Baja California, I'm gonna start by letting you guys know where it is. So Baja California, it's in the northern part of the Baja California Peninsula, right next to San Diego. And it's such a wonderful and beautiful destination because it's where the Pacific meets the Sea of Cortez. It blends beaches, vineyards, desert landscapes, marine life. It's just the food. So that's in 1 minute what Baja California is all about.
And Melanie, give us a quick overview.
Sure. Well, Australia is in the South Pacific, of course. It is a continent, but also the biggest island in the world. So lots of beautiful beaches, lots of vast, diverse landscapes. And, we're almost the same size as the United States. So there's a lot to explore, a lot for families to enjoy.
I love that. You're an island the size of the United States.
I know, it's incredible.
Francisco, you're part of the United States. Tell us about your little territory.
Absolutely. And we're not just one island, we're an archipelago. We are composed by almost 124 different islands and keys. And we are a unique destination. We are great for anyone who wants to practice any water sport, um, any exploration. Ecotourism is big in Puerto Rico. Lifestyle is amazing. Gastronomy is unique. We have a great infrastructure. People can actually drive around the island in complete confidence, rent a car, get an Uber out of 5,000 Ubers that we have. We are, for an island in the Caribbean, we probably are the most cosmopolitan destination that you will find.
Great summaries. Now, let's get into the family aspect. What makes your destination family friendly? And let's start with Melanie.
Sure. Well, Australia is a destination of incredible scale, as I just mentioned, but what makes it perfect for families is its diversity. It's not just one type of holiday, it's an entire world of experiences. So families can go from the vibrant, iconic cities like Sydney and Melbourne, with their coastal walks and cultural attractions right in the city, to those ancient, vast landscapes of the outback. They can explore the world's oldest living cultures, relax on dazzling white sand beaches, or immerse themselves in the adventure at our wilderness and national parks. So it's a destination that offers adventure, wildlife, rich culture, and some really sophisticated food and wine all in the one trip.
Wow. And what makes, Fernando, what makes family friendly the Baja region?
Well, it's really easy to access by short flights from all over the US through San Diego. It has a wide range of budgets like beach hotels, villas, glamping, ranch stays. It's nature first outdoor pace that works for mixed ages. And of course, I'm going to always end everything with authentic and wonderful food for everyone in the family.
And Francisco, Puerto Rico, why is it family friendly?
Puerto Rico is a very family friendly island. Keep in mind that we have 3.2 million people who live in Puerto Rico, and there is a huge diaspora in the continental US. So if you were to count the whole population of Puerto Rico born people, you have about 5 million. But then the diaspora makes a very strong family movement. They come to visit families, they have children, the children come to see the grandparents. And in Puerto Rico, there is a well developed set of attractions, museums, things to do that involve the children from very little age to teenagers. Um, when it comes to Old San Juan, it's all the history, is 500 years, right, of a pristine and well-preserved city that has so much to say about all of its evolution. We have our ecotourism. The Yunque National Park is quite an amazing place where the children enjoy the different trails. They enjoy the waterfalls, the rivers. In the Tanama River, we can do body rafting. The cave system that we have in Camuy, also amazing. And then we have nature attraction parks like Toro Verde with the zip lines, with the climbing. We have Hacienda Carabalí, where the children can ride horses, ride ATVs, all in perfect safety. So all in all, it encompasses everything that Puerto Rico has to offer for every age, technically.
Well, that's great because you've answered the question, what attractions and activities do you have? And so let's now ask that of the others. Fernando, what attraction and activities do you have for families?
Well, I'm going to start by Valle de Guadalupe. Valle de Guadalupe produces 70% of Mexican wine. You're going to tell me, Fernanda, but why would that be interesting for the whole family? Because once you get into Valle de Guadalupe, you're going to see that in the vineyards, there's going to be activities for everyone. They're going to have chocolate tasting, for example. You can go into tours with horses as well, with bikes to visit these beautiful vineyards. But then we're going to have Tecate, which is a pueblo mágico. Pueblo Mágico are those cute little towns that have a kiosk, that have music all over the place with wonderful bakeries. And then we have Ensenada, which Ensenada is it's a city super nearby San Diego and Los Angeles, which is 2 hours away from San Diego. And this little town, it's where all the cruises arrive, and it has a very incredible spectacle that it's called La Bufadora. So it's easy, it's fun for everyone in the family. And what I like about Valle de Guadalupe and about Baja California is that the adults can have fun while traveling with kids. For example, it's a multi-generational destination where grandparents can also have a wine tasting or create their own wine while the kids go on bike tours. So it's a destination where the adults have fun.
I know actually all three of you are great for families, but Melanie, let us have it. Let's hear what
you ready for the mic drop moment? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the sheer variety really that makes our family offering so strong. So Australia is a hands-on destination. It is that natural playground. So I guess for animal lovers, instead of just a zoo, families can see iconic animals in their natural habitat. So think of the selfie famous quokkas on Rottnest Island, strolling around the beaches where sea lions snooze on Kangaroo Island, or watching the famous penguin parade on Phillip Island. Marine adventures. So the Great Barrier Reef is a must. Kids can go snorkeling or go on the semi-submersible submarine to see Finding Nemo clownfish and Dory blue tangfish in real life. And in other areas, they can swim with wild dolphins, seals, and even whale sharks, which is just phenomenal. Culture and learning is another big part. We offer rich cultural experiences like the Pamagiri Aboriginal experience in Kuranda Rainforest, where kids can hear ancient dreaming stories and learn how to even throw a boomerang, which is a lot harder than it looks, believe it or not. And active families, options are endless there. They can learn to surf at an iconic beach like Bondi, glide down those sand dunes in Port Stephens, or even visit the Australian Alps in winter. So that's June to August for us. So you can have a winter wonderland experience and learn how to ski in Australia as well. But a couple of destinations that are really designed for families off the top of my head, I would say Brisbane, which I've spent a lot of time living in. It's home to numerous theme parks, Wet n Wild, Dream World, Movie World. You would like that one, Alan. You should go check out Movie World at some point. And of course, Bluey's World. So the Littlies absolutely obsessed with Bluey over here in the United States. So there's a whole world of Bluey they can explore in Brisbane. And then not far away, there's the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary as well, where families can get up close to koalas and even feed kangaroos. Canberra, another great destination, really compact city size, lets the families hop from world-class museums to outdoor adventures all on the same day, very easy to get around. And then Rottnest Island again, it's a car-free zone. So this is in Western Australia, and it's a wonderful place for kids because it's so safe without any cars. They can have a bit of freedom, go swimming, play volleyball, and just roam the island on their bikes like we used to do back in the 80s, you know?
Oh, so this is such an important question. It's really the meat of this panel. And I want to give the other two, Fernanda and Francisco, as Melanie was talking, did you think of other activities that you wanted to express to our audience now?
Definitely. We have more than 300 named beaches. Practicing water sports comes naturally, of course. We have the capabilities of spending a day at any beach, a different beach every day of the year, practically, if that's what you're looking for. Fishing, snorkeling, scuba diving, windsurfing. The surfing is mostly on the west side of the island in the Rincon area. Is the capital of surfing for Puerto Rico. Then you have the karst region, which is in the northwestern part, where you have beaches shaped capriciously by nature. There is a beautiful beach called Mar Chiquita. It has the shape of a shell. So what is more interesting than swimming in a shell
Shell.
shaped
Big shell, yeah.
beach? Exactly. We have white sand beaches in Vieques, black sand beaches as well. And then we have the bioluminescent bays. The
I was going to say
bioluminescent
that
bay
one.
is just one of those things that is a bucket list thing to do. And anyone in the family can actually do it. Normally, you go on a kayak because we want to preserve the right levels of that keep the dinoflagellates healthy and produce the bioluminescence. So people don't swim in because they have been using sunbathing lotion or mosquito repellent, and that contaminates the water. The dinoflagellates activate on motion. So when you row, that motion creates light. When you create light in the dark, and this is pitch black with no moon, then the fish come to the light, and the fish themselves activate the dinoflagellates. And then think of a night without any moonlight, where you see a full firmament of stars, and then you're seeing shooting stars in the heavens, you're seeing shooting stars in the water. And then if you happen to fall by accident on that water, it's like your aura is coming out. So we have
So I have to
one,
do that now. I have to fall overboard.
you have to, yeah, but better than that, you can go to, because we have out of 5 bioluminescent bays in the world, we have 3. And then there is one of them where you can actually swim, which is in La Parguera. So no need to have any
Accidents.
mishaps in,
Yeah.
in the other 2 lagoons, right? You know, the fauna and the flora that you find in El Yunque are unique. There are 19 species of birds that are only found in Puerto Rico. The smallest orchid in the world you will find growing in the back of a leaf in El Yunque National Forest. It's the only rainforest in the U.S. Forest Service outside the continental U.S. It's just a plethora of activities, of things to do, things to discover that you will find with the convenience of, it's a domestic flight. I mean, out of the U.S. And even when you combine international travel, if you combine any city stateside with Puerto Rico, again, you won't be doing customs and immigration when you come or when you return stateside, which is a major convenience. The rest of the islands are each one of them a nation on their own, right? So much that can be attained, achieved, enjoyed, and really people have a hard time leaving Puerto Rico, believe me.
And Fernando, you had time to think. Are there more activities you could share with us?
Well, there are so many. Well, I'm going to start, and I do want to focus on proximity. Like it's between 1 and 3 hour flights from the US, like Western Northern Mexico. It's crazy how budget friendly it is, so it suits crazy well for families. And also for kids, it has many biomes in only one trip. It has seasonal wildlife and like imagine looking at a gray whale in April. Food, what can I say? Kids love tacos. So imagine making your own tortilla. That's an activity that I truly recommend for kids. Or grape stomping during the vendimia, which take place in August, and it's great for a Spanish immersion without stress.
Now, I think at this point we should talk about how travel advisors sell your destinations and the programs you have to support them. So let's start with Francisco. How do you support travel advisors and learning about the destination?
To learn about the destination, we have evolved into a magnificent platform. We call it the Puerto Rico Travel Specialist Program. That Puerto Rico Travel Specialist Program grows by several hundred every quarter. And so far, we have a database that exceeds about 30,000 agents that have taken the course. Once they take the course, they are immediately brought onto the loyalty program, the rewards program. And then for every night that they book in Puerto Rico, they get 100 points. It works very much like a loyalty program in an airline. We don't have any caps to it. We don't have any gimmicks or any restrictions. It's endless. You sell, you get rewarded. You can redeem those points for room nights, or you can redeem them for merchandise. Either way, and it's also a sales generator. So everybody's happy. We have hotels that are participants also in the program, so they get even more. But it's not just for the hotels. Anything you book in Puerto Rico will give you the points. You book a rent-a-car, you book a sightseeing tour, you book a transfer, anything counts. Everything counts. And then we, of course, work with the best-known consortia, which guarantees that those advisors are professional travel advisors. That's their trade, that's their job, and that's what they do. And then along with those programs, we host approximately 50 farm trips every year into Puerto Rico. So altogether is support that we provide. We answer their emails within 24 hours, any questions, any references, any supplier that they may need help with, itineraries. And then we have this award-winning website, which is discoverpuertorico.com, where they're going to find all kinds of information that they need, restaurants, hotels, venues, attractions. Everything is thought with the travel advisor in mind.
That's great. Fernanda, what programs do you have to sell?
Well, we also have the Travel Agent Academy to become an expert with a Baja California expert. It's a very easy, very fast course to become a specialist. So that's one. And then we host webinars every 2 weeks with very different subjects. So it's not going to be your typical webinar where you're only going to talk about I don't know how to sell Baja California. I've dressed like a Catrina for Dia de Muertos. We've had chefs teaching us how to make aguachile. We've had sommeliers. We invite hotels. We invite experts in every single or how to sell Baja California and give you a 4-day itinerary. These every 2 webinars that we host these webinars, we're gonna give prizes. We're gonna give incentives for the travel agents that attend this webinar. We also try to answer emails as fast as we can. We have also a wonderful webpage that you can access that has information about every single destination in the destination. And we have newsletters every 2 weeks as well that we communicate every single aspect or news that Baja California has won. Like you have 45 Michelin star recognized restaurants, for example. Or like we are very in there, and we also work with consortia such as Travel Savers, such as travel leaders. So we are there.
There's travel advisors should have no problem getting all the details from those two destinations. And the same with you, Melanie. Tell us, lay it on us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we know Australia is a significant trip to plan, and it's that travel advisor expertise that will make it unforgettable for the clients. So, our primary tool for you, travel advisors, is the Aussie Specialist program on aussiespecialist.com. This is our free global online training program designed specifically to give you the knowledge and skills to sell Australia effectively. And we have found that advisors who qualify as an Aussie specialist sell an average of 35% higher value bookings because you just have that confidence to build those complex dream itineraries for your clients. So the program is that one-stop shop for training with self-paced learning, live virtual sessions, and short training videos from our suppliers as well. And of course, being an Aussie specialist gives you access to Australia trade events and opportunities for fam trips. So we are recruiting for our next mega fam, which will be G'day Australia. It's going to be held in Darwin in October next year. So if you're not already an Aussie specialist, get that introduction to Australia curriculum completed so you're eligible to apply for a spot when we open applications in March next year.
So what's interesting is we've all actually said it, but I want to say it now as a summary. Where do they go for more information? So let's start with Fernanda. You said where are we going? Where are they? Well,
Well,
let me say this. We're all going to go to the booths. That's the first thing, right?
yes.
That's right now, right after this session, go to the booths. But other than that, Fernando, where do they go?
Well, you can always reach out at frosas@ptgconsulting.com and then to our website, bajacalifornia.travel.
Okay, and Melanie,
Yeah,
swallow.
I needed a little drink there. So for advisor education, aussiespecialist.com. For client inspiration, use australia.com. It's packed with stunning visuals, itineraries, and stories that will get your clients dreaming about Australia. And then for resources in terms of like asset hubs, so image and video galleries, you can find that on tourism.australia.com under the resources menu. So there's quite a lot. And of course, as Alan said, get to our booth. We've uploaded loads of resources for you to check out. Unfortunately, we won't have anyone available for one-to-one appointments during this show. We had a bit of a event conflict, but we do have our email address that you can reach out to us anytime, and that's hotline@tourism.australia.com.
Francisco, close us out here. What are the websites that you gave us that they should be using?
Definitely, the website is discoverpuertorico.com. That's where both the consumers, the agents, and anyone who has an interest in Puerto Rico will be able to find a plethora of information, videos, graphics, itineraries, and suppliers, as well as stakeholders, hotels, rent-a-cars, anything you need in Puerto Rico, you're going to find at discoverpuertorico.com.
Well, I want to thank you all for being here, for sharing the information. I want all the travel advisors to get more, to visit the booths. And this is Alan Fine for What Makes These Destinations Family Friendly on Insider Travel Report and Virtual Roadshows.